So today's video, I'm going to be doing a bit more cooking again, my Dorios and collywobbles. But first I thought I'd say hello to Mia, who's pretending she's happy, and Cinnamon, who's over there having a good old nibble at the far side. And of course we have our stick insects, who are happily just hanging out in their little net home. Now, on with the cooking. And if you need me to remind you to wash your hands properly before you cook, there's something really not quite right with you. Sweet potatoes from Africa, and red potatoes, I believe, from Ireland. Nearly done. Compost. Compost your peelings. Use them in your garden, because then you can grow more stuff in your garden and save yourself some money. Gentlemen, watch your spuds. Nothing beats a nice load of clean spuds. Pan with water and a fair bit of salt. Again, I use the Himalayan pink salt. It's better for you than standard salt that you get in the shop. Once your spuds are chopped, into the salty water. Next up, ready for my next pan, I'm going to use some salt and some garlic. Lots of garlic because it's me. If you saw my video from last week or earlier this week, there's a bit of information in there as to why I do garlic this way as opposed to using some kind of store-bought garlic crusher. For these, we're going to yank them out of this pink stuff. We're going to put them in the salt and we're going to crush them down with a fork. You may have seen it on a previous video. If you haven't, go watch that one. Otherwise, this bit's going to skip across to the next little bit. Ooh. Hands rinsed, board rinsed. Next part I'm going to do, good old onion. Yeah, you don't need to see me waste time getting all the brown stuff off it. Onion peelings. Compost! What I'm actually going to do is, instead of chopping them on the board, I'm going to take the board away, well, half on there, and this other one we're going to chop up on the plate we did the garlic on. Hopefully that way we're absorbing more flavours that we started with and putting them in the pan. So, and again, I'm sure there's going to be some clever cook chef people out there going, oh, you need to use a certain type of knife. Yeah, I'm sure some people might like to do that. I personally get on fine with this. I find this cuts just about everything I ever need to cut. So we're going to start going into this onion. Here's a trick I learned a while back. If you kind of take your half and cut it downwards first, not all the way, just a fair way down, and then using a knife, go along a bit. Again, 3/4 of the way along, not all the way in, not all the way down, just like this. Then cut it sideways. You end up with these little bits of onion rather than long bits and whatever. And just keep going until all of your onion is diced down to nice little bits. My onions and my garlic in the pan, ready to start cooking off. There's my potatoes, ready to start cooking that side. Pan's cleaned again, and I've also got some long pointy potatoes, also called carrots. Again, washed, well, peeled, ended and washed. Always wash your vegetables. You don't want dirty vegetables. Cut your carrots. Yeah, save your carrots from falling off the edge. Carrots in with garlicky onions. Board has got some remnants of carrots. What do we do when we've got a little bit of something else on the board that we need to worry about? Wash the board. However, I have just discovered I missed a carrot. Now I've got some I can't pronounce it. Cavallo Neo. I hope that's close to right. If anyone knows and I've got it wrong, please let me know somehow. This, I've just washed it. It's very fresh. Now, I'd like to say it came out of my garden. I know we grow similar stuff in the garden. This one I actually just bought from a shop near me called the Sprout and Flower. And this comes from a local gardener. And in fact, it says it was grown in a place called Galehampton in Somerset, which really isn't far from here. So it's not had a lot of miles to go. It's not burnt a lot of fuel to get to my kitchen. But I'm just going to trim this thinnish, not over small, not over thin, but so that it's nice little strips. And yes, bunny rabbits have had some. Cav Neo in pan with other bits and pieces. Boom! Bell pepper! Again, washed and ready to sort out. And again, I've just got this from up the road, from the Sprout and Flower shop. Anyone who happens to be in the Wiltshire Mere type area, for those from a bit further afield, a good one to look up is Stour Head House and Gardens. We're close to that. Sprout and Flower, excellent produce, excellent quality, and always very fresh and very nice. So I'm just going to hack these up and we're going to put them into the pan as well with me carrots and me garlic and me onions and me Nero stuff. Just once I do this last one, I thought I'd just have a quick chat about the whole vegan thing. So I got into veganism mainly for health reasons, actually mainly to lose some weight. Hasn't worked that well. That was my initial reason for getting into vegan food. And when you're researching into veganism and what food is good and what food isn't so good and all that kind of stuff, you can't help but sort of accidentally go and see some other factors to do with veganism. Primarily why animal rights is such an important issue. There we go, we'll pop them in there with all that, see? And then we're going to stick this lid on. There is a little bit of oil in the bottom there, and we're going to stick this on to a low. I'm on that one, so I'm not going to put it on too high. I'm going to put it on about 3 for now. I'll put it on 3 for a little while, and then soon I'll turn that down a little bit because I just want all of that to slowly soften. I've just realised I've forgotten something as well. I'm going to add some peas. Oh, peas. Oh, I've just peed. Pea. Lots of peas. More peas. I like peas. Peas all over my food. So yeah, that's peas in and all that done. And as I say, I'm on 3 at the moment. I'm going to turn it down after a while because that really is just there to soften all that. Same goes for this. I want those potatoes to start going. So potatoes are on this one. So we're going to put that on, but I'm going to put that on a bit higher because we really want the heat to get into those potatoes now. Also, I want to stick the lid on. Oh. Excuse me if the sound goes a bit funny now and again. I don't have many places to hold the phone other than the microwave. Where the hell did that come from? Microphone. So potatoes are boiling away and that pan's there ready to go. I'm going to add a bit more to that later. We've got some vegan meatballs that I'm going to stick in there. In fact, I might put them in now because worst case they'll slowly defrost and then cook away in there. Boom! Plant-based, meat-free meatballs. These are lovely. And they'll go really nice in my pan with all those vegetables and all those lovely bits and pieces. So they should be nice. In there, isn't that lovely? So, leave that to do what it does for a little while. Now some people have a double sink. I just put the bowl on the side. But yeah, at this point, you want to go into giving everything a little bit of a clean-up mode. You don't want your whole kitchen to end up being filthy and full of dirty things. So, keep cleaning, guys. Now drain your spuds. Carefully. Oh, it's hot water. Put the cold tap on a little bit so that it's not roasting down the pipe. here we have our vegetable-y, meatball-y mixture, all thoroughly warming away. Oh, steamy! But that's that. I'm leaving it open for a little bit because now I want some of this liquid to drain off, or boil off, because we're going to add a sauce. And here's my lovely potatoes, and we're going to add a dollop of flour butter. Lovely vegan flour butter. We're going to have tiny bit of soy milk, and we're also going to have tiny bit of oat milk. Just about that much is plenty. In with the spuds. Now at this point you can just mash them, but I prefer the slightly quieter version. Okay, so I'm cheating slightly now. So here's me, my vegetable-y matter, and I've got a store-bought mild curry sauce. Mild curry sauce on my vegetables and my vegan meatballs. Lovely. Mix all that together, leave it to cook a little bit longer, not much longer, but a little bit. And just to add to that, I don't want to leave this open, but I also don't want to cut off the vent for some of the liquid to boil off. So I'm going to put that on, but I'm going to leave a big vent gap there, and we're going to leave that to bubble away, and it should be nice. Don't know why I'm tilting the phone. Lovely, clean, fresh plate, and food ready in there, and mashed potato ready here. So, creamed potato in this version, you call that? Hey, what? Creamed? Hey, what? Hey, what? Hey, creamed. And my lovely vegan meatball curry. Vegan meatball curry and creamed potatoes. Lovely.